We made it to the park before the rain started. See if we can find us a chill spot in case the rain starts. Which way did he go? Which way did he go? Yeah, you can see that overcast. Well, let's go have us a coconut since we made it to the park. We made it to the park. Almost sound like that old Gil Scott. White is on the moon. White is on the moon. Yeah, old Gil Scott. We almost lost Detroit this time. As a matter of fact, we get a coconut and go to the top of the hill. Womp womp. Womp womp. Man, I used to come to this park and chill all the time. I used to be here for hours. Come over here, get me 3, 4 coconuts. Ah! Hola. You got some coconuts? You got a coconut? Yeah. Write this down. See. Oh, that was quick. You don't be playing.
Bueno.
Hola.
Gracias.
Gracias. About to say, I didn't bring my earpiece. All right, y'all. Let's go up the hill. Now that we got the coconut. Still need to find some shade though, because we're not finna go too far from over there because I feel that drizzle. I feel that drizzle, my nizzle. This is Parquet Omar, I think. Or something along those lines. Something like that. But this is a beautiful, you talking about like a nice run, a workout. This park is beautiful. It is big as hell too. Cause it go all the way back around there through the neighborhood. They got fruit stands and shit all along the way. You can get coconut, watermelon while you're working out. That's one of the best things about working out in a third world country. When you come to getting in shape, they are designed for you to walk a lot. Like America designed to get your ass in that car, put some gas in it. Everywhere else is designed for them feet to hit the street. Like a car almost makes it inconvenient. I was gonna go up there, but that drizzle is picking up. We're gonna find some cover. I was not coming to the park today. I was just going to Price Mart. But when I hit Price Mart, Yeah, she taking cover. When I hit Price Mart, I was like, shit, let me go and walk over here to the park. Wasn't but a 15-minute walk. Yeah, it seems to be raining everywhere. I think it's raining back in Houston too. Look at this shit. Oh hell, ain't nowhere to go over there. Uh-oh, I hear it coming down too. Let's make it back to the coconut hut. That rain be good though. I always look at the rain like it didn't start raining until I left Columbia. Around the time, like maybe 2 weeks before I was getting ready to leave. Yeah, that's why it was raining, because I was leaving. It was washing away that old. And I show up here, it's still raining. Still washing away. That's what it means. It means a lot for you to get caught in the rain. Be like, God damn, how long has it been since I caught? That's the universe catching you in the rain. Universe trying to wash that old off you. But you too stubborn. You keep running, taking cover. Sometimes it just got to catch you out of pocket. Soak your ass. Oh. Yeah, I used to sit right under there and listen to my Steve Van Meter and what's the other guy name? Steve Van Meter and Gregory Mannarino. Yeah, listen to that Gregory Mannarino. Keep up with the markets. Oh, they ain't got nowhere. We're gonna go to the other one then. Yeah, there it is. Parque Omar. Omir, whatever the fuck. Pull us a chair. Ow! All right. I'm gonna be here a while, but if I do leave here, America, I'm going back home, get my bike and bring it back here. I'll probably do that next week. And other than that, maybe El Salvador with the shit going on in the market. As the year go on, if we get closer to that election, they're gonna have to stop playing with the market like they're doing right now. They're just doing market manipulation because they control all of it. That's how you get Bitcoin going from 65 to under 60, then back up to 63 the next day. Those are hundreds of billions of dollars they playing with. They've never moved money around like that much at one time. So much. Value has never moved the way it's moving right now. All of it, people don't realize how much of it come down to the life I live. All that market manipulation and shit. You know how many people are out living like me that's been doing it longer than me though, just living off of crypto, traveling the world? You can spend whatever you want. That's why I say you have to watch the movies. Go back and watch The Laundromat. The Laundromat with Meryl Streep and Antonio Banderas. In that movie, they were talking about shell companies, the Panama Papers. When you used to money launder, you used to set up shell companies in Panama. When you got that shell company, you need access to the money. So they'd have like a credit card or some shit like that they could draft and write off of that account. While they writing off that account, none of that is in their name. That whole company, none of those transactions, all that shit. That's why you see people wasting the money the way that you see them wasting a lot of time. They done made it so quick, ain't none of that shit in their name. It's like Bruce's Millions. They either spend it or lose it. That's what the whole crypto market is for. When you watch the Wolf of Wall Street or any one of those 70s drug movies, when they trying to take that money to motherfuckers and get it out the country to another bank account, all that, crypto alleviates all of that. The thing is, they made you think it's people like you using it. No, you don't have no money and you don't know nobody with that kind of money. It's them, the people that's telling you it's gonna be used for money laundering. They have that kind of money and they have those kind of friends. If you That on the movie Shawshank Redemption, where Andy Dufresne helped that security guard with his paperwork because he was a banker. He was a banker. He knew how to get around the laws. That's all it is. It's just getting around the money laws. Because people with money know the people that make the laws are crooks. Basically. Period, point blank. If you have a lot of money, you got to be the stupidest motherfucker on the planet to not know that the people that make the laws are the crooks. You don't get money unless you just hit it overnight on the lottery or some shit like that. And you ain't finna keep it anyway. You know why you can't keep money when you hit the lottery? Because you didn't rob, steal, and kill nobody to get that money. So you're not going to be able to keep it until you learn how to rob, steal, and kill. That's the only way you keep money. That's how the people that got money get it. Nobody with money is legal. You have to be a criminal to have money, because you understand that the people that print the money are fucking criminals. The nigga on, when you look at your money, the nigga picture on it, he's a fucking criminal. The only reason they not criminals are because they make the laws. So why would they make themselves criminals? They would make anybody that oppose them a criminals. The problem with police are dumbass motherfuckers upholding the law that the people with money tell them to. They don't arrest criminals. They arrest who criminals tell them to arrest. We are not held to the same standards as rich people. And that's just what money is. Crypto allows you to be able to, crypto is unregulated, meaning it's an unregistered asset, meaning it's outside of the present financial system. Outside of the present financial system. So whatever you do with crypto is not privy to tax or any of that shit. So that's why when people say, oh, you could buy this in Bitcoin. If you fuck with crypto, that means you could, without exiting out the market, you could go buy a fucking car and not have to worry about paying taxes on the car or the money you spent for the car. Cause you never, it's like you never, it's almost like, let's say you got a pecan tree in your yard and you got all these hundreds of pecans and you got a neighbor that got a car. You want to buy the car from them, but if you pay cash, y'all gonna have to go through the legal way and all this type shit and pay taxes on it. But if you tell them, hey, let me give you so many sacks of pecans for that car, and we just call it an even swap. See, that's what we used to be able to do as men between each other, an even swap. We can't do that anymore because all our swaps are taxed by the fucking criminal. So that means we got to, no matter how me and you decide to do business, we got to bring a third motherfucker in there and pay him. That's what you call extortion. In any other way, I don't give a fuck how you look at it, that's what it is, extortion. So the government is extorting us for our resources. The resources were given to us by God. God ain't tell me nobody could put no motherfucking tax on me. Nobody. What I put in this goddamn ground is mine to sow. What come out of it is what I harvest. If another nigga show up after I done did all the work and say, hey, you owe me some of that fruit or whatever you grew, that nigga finna catch a goddamn a jackass jawbone to the side of his fucking head. Cause that's all it ever come back down to, is just 2 men. So that's why, as long as I'm under this colonial system or whatever, I need to understand that I'm a slave and they running the shit, but I need to run my motherfucking life like a slave. I don't need to be no goddamn obedient ass slave following the motherfucking rules. You think I won't steal from Walmart? I will steal on Sam Walmart. That nigga come close to me. That nigga gonna lose some teeth and a jawline. I don't give a fuck. How many chances am I ever gonna get a chance to punch a nigga with that much money? Man, I would knock that motherfucker out. The best way for us to escape is to help each other. The thing about that is, that's Nat Turner. That's Gabriel Prosser. That's Denmark Vesey. That's the motherfuckers that's gonna rise up and start cutting motherfuckers' heads off. The only threat are the people next to us. It's like the Matrix. When Neo say, many people, everybody in the matrix is a potential agent. That's what he mean. When I go, I ain't paying no motherfucking taxes, and that nigga behind me go tell the government, that's a potential agent. That nigga gonna run over there and be like, oh, that nigga said he ain't paying his taxes. Because that nigga is amazed that I said I'm not finna do something that he has to do. That's the lowest nature of a fucking human being. That nigga is jealous and envious, and he's not man enough. He's not man enough to stand up to the man, so when I do it, he wanna make sure, just like a nigga slave. Oh, I'm going to tell the boss gonna whoop your ass. He not gonna rest until he see the boss whoop my ass. So the boss send his lynchmen, motherfucking stormtroopers over there to come get me to enforce a law that's killing all their kids because them niggas too ignorant to understand what's going on. And that's most time, that's all our cases. We just too ignorant to understand because we lack the information, because the people with the information use it to pimp us. So if you get some information, like me, like I come on here, I talk to y'all, I'm with God. I don't give a fuck about money. If I gave a fuck about money, I would not be telling you this. I would be encouraging you to join my Patreon and to do this other type shit that gets me money. That's where people fuck up at. I see people come on here. I've seen people down spirituality, new age, all this. Everything that they say garbage and that they really found God, they saying that because they took money through that shit. Yeah, they were trying to pimp people. They were trying to do readings. Let me sit down. If God fucking talked to you, why would you turn around and charge people to hear what the fuck he gotta say? Nigga, you gone to the depths of hell. God gave you a message to give to us and you gonna sell that motherfucker to us? Ain't no quicker way to be in line with the devil. Come on. You got to, in order to stay with God, and God bless us all the time. God speaks through all of us. All you got to do is have a loving heart, and God can use your voice. But you got to maintain that loving voice. You got to if God used you to speak through you, you going to say some shit that's going to blow some people away. Now, once you say that, how do you handle that? How does your ego conform to that? What you do, set up shop and start charging people? Yeah, I'm special. Y'all special. Y'all saw it. You saw it. God gave me a word. I delivered it. I prophesied and it came true. And God gonna give me some more words as soon as you give me some money. And then the motherfuckers come on here and start cursing out, oh, I wasn't with God. Oh, that wasn't real God. Nah. Yeah, you let that money change your heart. All this supposed to be about us uplifting each other. That's all. That's all you gotta do is just want to see somebody else have it. The minute you start wanting to take from somebody else, the message finna get fucked up. Gotta get this motherfucker through a filter or a mask or something, because you can't be yourself. How you gonna not be able to be yourself delivering the word of God? Better get that money out of it. You can't put money, you can't put women, drugs, sex, none of that shit. You can't use what God gives you to go get none of that shit. But God gives you free will to go get all that shit you want. You can go get it all day, every day. I have yet to see the person that has not got tired of that shit. The only people that ain't tired of it are the people that's new to it. The people that's been doing it know ain't nothing in it. They know ain't nothing in it when they see the first person go get the shit. They already know ain't nothing in it, because you done been down that path. That ain't no different. Whatever your vice is, whatever you trick yourself off on, you whether it be if you gonna go pay for some ass, you gonna masturbate, you gonna go do this drug. The minute after you do it, you know it wasn't worth it. You just know that it made you its bitch. It's the biggest thing you get to realize. Is you go, God damn, I done did this shit again. I said I wasn't gonna do it, and because after you do it, there's no satisfaction left in it. That mean ain't no energy left in it. That's when you should rejoice, because that's when you are changing. That's when you really realize I'm killing myself. This is not working. I got to do something else, and then you go in another direction. Change your life. You start trying to move back toward God again. What is moving toward God? How do you move toward God? How you know you doing what makes God happy? You don't. You just do what comes from your heart. And you try to be the example Who's the example? What's the example? Jesus. You model your life like Jesus. If Jesus ain't good enough, Buddha, Muhammad, Moses, pick one. All them niggas better than you. Pick one and start trying to be him. Shit. You ain't got to go that far. If you know a good man, a good person, like shit, that dude there, he always try to be upstanding. He try to help people. Let me model myself after him. Just model yourself after somebody that got God in their life. Because we didn't move too far. What it is when we were kids, they gave us God in a trick bag. Yeah, they knew you wasn't going to believe in that God. They knew we were going to go do everything we did with the generational curses and this and that. Because we don't have no connection to God. This God right here. This God. Now, when we were a kid, they try to teach you to look up. And that's God up there. That's God up there too. We can say our Father in heaven. We all got a connection to our Father in heaven. But none of us have a connection to our mother on earth. Our mother, with these roots, when these roots run deep, we don't have that connection. This is the connection we lost because we don't pound the ground no more. We don't pound the ground that takes care of us. We roll right over this shit and keep right on rolling. We don't eat the food that come out the ground. Our food is altered after it come out the ground. The reason why you eat food straight out the ground is because, and especially not only that, our food is grown halfway around the world and flown over there for you to eat. Why do you think they do that? Why is there such a disconnect with our food? Why can't I get an apple grew from right down the goddamn street? You telling me an apple can't grow here? No, an apple can grow here. The reason why it don't is because the devil know the closer you are into relation to that apple, the closer you are to God. The devil know that. Yeah. If this was an apple tree and I'm eating apples off this tree, I'm living off this land, I wake up, this tree has seen me grow up. This tree that produced apples watched me grow up. Ain't no rotten apples coming from that tree for me. That tree can look at me and see I'm deficient in something and put it in that goddamn apple to give it to me. That's what God is. That's what God does. That's why the devil bringing our food from halfway around the world. That's why the devil is genetically mutating our food. That's why the devil is talking about going to the moon and this other shit. That's all the devil. God put us here on this planet. God ain't say find a way off this motherfucking planet. That's only in our ignorance. We don't understand we don't understand the first thing about God. That's how you can get on a plane. Your ass ain't going nowhere, nigga. You don't exist. The planet is here because you exist on it. If you not here, the planet not here. We have a symbiotic relationship with the goddamn planet and don't understand it. The motherfuckers running this bitch go, we let motherfuckers follow. We follow motherfuckers who go, we are destroying the planet. We need to find somewhere else to go. That's the motherfucking mentality. We destroying the planet. We need to find somewhere else. Nigga, we need to get rid of you. Because we can fix the planet. The planet fixes it, start fixing itself the minute we leave it alone. Oh, glory to my mama. Yeah. What the fuck you talking about? What's the movie? Don't Look Up. Them niggas are building, and we sat there like we got to be the dumbest motherfuckers. You know how fucking stupid we got to be for the leaders to say we fucking up the planet. We need to find somewhere else to go. Them niggas make movies about leaving the planet. That's the devil. The devil don't want you on the planet. The devil don't want you connected to God. The devil you know what the devil does? The devil had you do some shit so stupid to where when it come down to it, when it's time to shit or get off the pot, you sitting there I don't even know why we did this shit. Cause you just sitting there with your hand like you fucking stupid. That's how the devil lead you. That's how narcissists are. When you ask them like when you really bust a narcissist, they just standing there looking stupid. Like it's nowhere to go from here because what you was doing makes no fucking sense. Nobody would continue to go in that direction. The only reason anybody was going in that direction was based off lies and falsities. But when the truth show up, that direction don't exist no more because it don't make no fucking sense. Yeah, I used to do a lot of studying. I used to do a lot of looking for God. I talked a lot of people out of believing in God. I know I have, because I used to work for the devil. Yeah, I used to study my ass off and be like, I used to work for the devil because my mama and them beat the shit out of me to where God didn't come save me. So I was like, ain't nobody coming. Ain't nobody coming. to the point to where I'm damaged from that now with the relationship with my son. Cause I look at him like he weak. Like, you better get tough, nigga. You better learn how to make it with nobody loving you out here, is basically what I be telling you. You better learn how to love your motherfucking self and don't try to find it out here. And I look at him like, you weak motherfucker if you need somebody to love you. Cause shit, I know I'm tough as motherfucking nails. I could do it without it. I do it while motherfuckers was sticking knives in my motherfucking back. So I gotta fix myself to not come down so hard on him, because I don't understand where he's coming from. But that's most people that use people, because I look at him like he like his mama. His mama raised him. All she ever did was use motherfuckers around her. So that's all he do. But he don't understand, because of that, he weak than a motherfucker. You weak if you have to use people around you. That makes you weak, and you only get weaker because you get dependent upon that shit. I've made a lifestyle out of don't stop, keep going. Don't let it fuck with you. Because I've mastered the art of not giving a fuck as far as revenge or any of that shit. I know I'm better off moving on. I can stun on a motherfucker with my growth. Fuck over me, I'ma grow past your ass. Grow around your ass. That's what an ecosystem does. Motherfucking invasive species in my life. Once I find out you in there, I'ma usurp your ass. You out of here. And I'ma keep flourishing. That's all. You don't have to, when you pick a weed, you ain't got to see that motherfucker to the end. You just get it out your garden. You don't watch what happened to it. I don't have to watch it die. I don't take pleasure in watching it die. I just got it out my garden. I just got it away from killing what I love. Ooh, that humidity is out here. It's empty out here too. But that's the bigger picture we don't understand about finance. We don't understand how much damage has been done and is still being done. But anyway, when I come out here, 2 years ago when I was out here, I was waiting on the motherfucking crypto market to pick back up and run. Look at this. I used to be like those, that park run up them condos over there, run up to right to the back of them condos. Like all around here at the edge of the park is like a neighborhood. I used to be like, man, I could live over here, wake up and work out every day. I wouldn't work out every day. I walk through this park, this close to home, find me a spot to smoke some weed and enjoy the park like that. Be like, you enjoy it your way, I will enjoy it my way. Yeah, there was a time when I was younger, I'd enjoy a park. Now that I'm over 50, shit. I take walks in the park. Yeah, but that's what changed my life. That's why I'm able to enjoy my life and do what I do with my life. I can do what I want with it, as long as I stay in that Christ energy. As long as God came in and changed my life. And you know how, like I had a homeboy had a heart attack one time. They call it the Black Widow. To where if his wife at the time wouldn't have been a nurse, they like, boy, ain't no way in the world you'd have made it. But he made it. So ever since that incident, that motherfucker had found a new appreciation for life. But because we human, the further we move away from that incident, you know, the safer we start to feel. We feel like, you know, we start getting back to them old ways and this and that. Yeah, it's about not doing that. It's about finding God and staying with God. To where I feel like God getting me to where people be like, how you do that? How you pay for this? How you pay? I don't worry about it. I let God worry about that. Meaning I do worry about it sometimes, but I'm getting to where I just worry less and less. And that's kind of what our problems be. Our problems are only what we worry about. Literally, it is literally mental. When you stop worrying about it, it ceases to exist. It can only exist if you worry about it. That's what gives it the life. That's what makes it breathe. Be like, I was worried about that shit. But in your mind, when you figure out a solution to handle it and you stop worrying about it, it's gone. If you ain't figured out no solution, it stay in the back of your mind. Because you like, I can say I don't care about it, but I'm thinking about it. Yeah, you got to slowly start to learn all that shit, let that shit go. Because some stuff you can't do nothing about it. But like, especially if I can't do nothing about it, I need to learn to let it go. I am still going off that $5 prepay on these lives. I done went live, shit, about 3-4 days in a row for over an hour. I'm gonna walk around here when I leave here, because it's been raining every day. When I do leave here, I'm going back home. I'll be like, I'm gonna go home, then I might hit the Amador Causeway in the evening and take a walk. Shit, I get on, smoke that weed, it is over. I be like, I ain't going nowhere. Take them goddamn shoes off, relax, put on some videos. Oh, that's what I keep saying. It'd be hard for me to stay on track. When it comes to the crypto and all that, that's a good way to help get your life on track, because that's the easiest way to find out you being fucked. If you know how you be like, there's no information I can get that make me walk off my job. Start studying crypto, you're gonna get closer to walking off your job every day. You're gonna get closer. Because you're gonna start figuring out how much they be fucking you. And then to be like, wait a minute, y'all finna throw me in jail over some goddamn taxes and y'all print money? You print money, you sons of bitches? For me traveling like right now, let's say I got a crypto wallet. I got crypto in it. Well, for one, in order to have a reason to launder money, you got to make money. So, money laundering is just money that the government don't know you have that you don't want to pay taxes on. That's all. Everybody with money has money to be laundered. Everybody with money has money to be laundered, because you got to look at yourself. You get a check. They tax your check. Your check is your sole means of income. You don't have no money coming in from nowhere else but your check. So once you tax my check, why in the fuck would you need to tax anything else? You just tax my check. You just tax every motherfucking cent I make. You just taxed it. Now, you gonna tax everything that I buy with this already taxed money. Everything I buy with it gets taxed. Wait a minute. What the fuck is a tax? You gotta explain to me what the fuck a tax is, because you've taxed my money already. You tax my shit. Now when I go out and spend it, you get to tax it again? At that point, you need to, man, just take all this shit. Just take it. Because that's what you're doing. You just taking my shit. And then you tell me I go to jail if I don't. And then here go where the real stupidity come in. That's why you gotta leave the country. When you question that and you go, I ain't paying you motherfuckers. All the people around you call you stupid because you ain't playing the game. That nigga stupid, he think he ain't going to jail. And then they come take you to jail and everybody around you act like that shit normal. And they go back to work getting taxed. That's the biggest danger in trying to help other people. It's trying to tell people that they're doing something they shouldn't be doing when you could just walk away and not do it. But walking away and not doing it the system is still gonna catch up with you. So that's why you gotta try to wake motherfuckers up. But you're gonna get your ass Malcolm X or whatever, you're gonna be a martyr. But that's what Christ was. That's what Jesus was. People don't understand that. Jesus was like, wait a minute. You tax my money already. This Jesus. You tax my money already. And you tax they people, you taxing all of us, man. Can we just leave? Can we just leave? Are we allowed to do that? Can I just leave? Can I just not be a part of this shit? Y'all doing some fucked up shit. I don't want to be a part of it. That's Jesus. Nah, that's Moses too. Moses like, get my people, let me go. We gonna get the fuck out of here, man. We gone. And they can say, gone then. Gone. Y'all don't want to follow? Gone. Gone. You don't want to follow law? Gone. Get your ass on, nigga. And then the minute they leave, be like, that nigga punk you. What you mean? That nigga over there doing what he want to do and not what you told him to do. You the motherfucking Pharaoh. That nigga supposed to, if you say it, he's supposed to do it. That sound like God, don't it? Nigga like, I'm God. That nigga there, he's supposed to follow me. Let's go get them niggas. Get the chariots. Somebody put some gas in the chariots. Put that gas in that chariot, them niggas. Let's go ride down on this nigga. He trying to make it to the Red Sea. They're trying to make it to the Red Sea. God damn. It's no different. All of it is the same. It ain't no different. When all this slavery shit come down, it ain't nothing but another man telling another man. And I look at that shit like, nigga, you gonna tell me to do something, you better make sure every jawbone around this motherfucker is gone. You better make sure I can't put my hands on a jawbone. I ain't bullshitting, because I'm finna wear some niggas' asses out. That's what a man does. Not a black man, not a white man, not a yellow man, not a red man. A man. A man knocks the fuck out of whatever color man steps up. I don't give a fuck what color you are, nigga. I'm a man. I beat the shit out of everybody coming their way. That's the problem. The world is the way it is because we have men in quotations raping and pillaging, basically. That's what it come down to. It come down to raping and pillaging. Ugly motherfuckers can't get no ass other than to take it. See, women think that they are exclusive, and that's what another thing fuck our society up. We have women that think all men are men, and men that think all women are women, even when they fucking each other. Yeah, that's how crazy we are. We can't agree upon what we are, and even when we are so, that's our mentality. That's the mentality of a child. When I look at you, I can only see what God made you. That's it. I can't see past that. We can't see past the fact that you can't, that's a woman up there. But you can't have a whole woman unless she half a man. Period. If that was a man up there, you couldn't have a whole man unless he was half a woman. Period. Physically, he gonna define himself as a man or a woman. But you gotta define yourself spiritually too, as a man or a woman. You could be either or. We see examples of that all through our fucking society. I am an example of that. I'm masculine, feminine, physically I'm a man. Spiritually, I'm a woman. I got a spiritual feminine side. I got these little ass hands, I got little feet. If I had masculine ass hands, I'd be dead, because I'd been knocking niggas out since birth. I'd have been, man, you know how many niggas need a punch in the motherfucking head? My hands were just not big enough to knock them niggas out. I knew that. But my brain, mentally, I will fuck a motherfucker up. Now they say a woman a motherfucker up mentally. Yeah, I will make a nigga want to kill me when it come to my mouthpiece. I will Hannibal Lecter a nigga. I will make that nigga mama not want to take notice of his ass when I finish talking about him. Yeah. So that's why I gotta have a pistol or something. Be like, I'm gonna set it straight. And I'm gonna piss this motherfucker off, but I'm not a bully. I don't go around just doing that to nobody that don't deserve it. But them dumbass agendas and all that shit, I can't put up with that. I'll tell you how stupid it is. But yeah. So we get caught up in that shit. don't see a woman. A woman could be a little masculine, be a tomboy. A man could be a little feminine. He just a little feminine shit. I don't know if we got a name for that. It ain't punk. Tupac was a feminine. Yeah. But no matter whether you male physically or female or spiritually, once you define yourself and you are confident in who and what God made you, you don't give a fuck about what nobody out here think anyway. Because everybody that's out here being something that God didn't make them, that's just caught up in trauma. Yeah, God didn't make me no pussy buying nigga, but my trauma did. Yeah, God fixed that. So now I'm not that nigga no more. I am so much more than what I used to be. Thank you, God. And like I said, I come from the school, I come from metaphysics, all that shit. I done studied all that black shit. I battle anybody on this shit. Anybody, I eat their ass up. Cause they don't have the intellectual capacity to fuck with me. Cause most motherfuckers sprout out shit, they don't even understand the teaching that they teaching. Anybody teaching any kind of black shit, Egyptian shit, metaphysical shit, you don't teach black shit when you know it. Cause it ain't no black shit. Color don't make you smart. That's why I say, like a woman thinking she more spiritual because she a woman, that ain't got shit to do with it. A hoe could be a hoe. Anybody can spread their legs. Anybody can look like a pirate. That don't make you more spiritual. That's like them black women. Oh, that white woman talking about she channeling Oshun. You think Oshun fucking with your black ass because you black? You think the spirit do that? Hell no. And if the spirits are ancestors, you think your ancestors fuck with you because you black? And if they do, you remember them dumbass niggas when they were here, they were doing that dumbass shit. It didn't get them nowhere. They didn't have no power here. They damn sure ain't got no power in the spiritual world. That black shit. Anytime you open your mouth say you black in a manner to think you better than somebody else, you lessen yourself. You just lessen yourself. Anytime the same thing with the white motherfucker. You lessen yourself. I'm a man. That's how I identify myself first. Somebody else might call me something out of that, and that's a lesson they gonna have to learn. And they gonna underestimate me. He called me a black man. Nigga, you finna get your feelings hurt. Cause I am so much more. I am every fucking man. And that's the other part of self-realization. That's what high science is. That's what quantum physics is. If quantum physics don't tell you everything is you and you are everything, I don't know where the fuck else to go with you. What else we go? How we go get some nursery rhyme books out here to explain this shit to your ass? Everything out here is a reflection of you. You can't be mad at the world if you're attracting fucked up people because you're attracting yourself. There's no way you can come out here and cuss the world out and not be talking to your fucking self. Myself included. You think when I be cussing you stupid motherfuckers out, I don't know I'm talking about myself? Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. That's why I talk to you like that, because I'm not leaving you. I'm coming back to get your crazy ass. Come on, stupid motherfucker. You got to come with me. I can't leave you. You or me. Yeah, I got to deal with your dumb ass no matter what. I can get mad, I can slam the door, I do all that shit, but I still gotta come back and get you. Yeah, see, like that's what I was talking about. Like they got the houses along here. Like shit, I love that. Like this, barbecue next to the park. I used to be so jealous of them niggas. Back in Texas, Houston. You know, like the neighborhood park, like the kids that got to grow up around the park. Like this nigga live across the street from the fucking park. It's how much that mean to a kid. Y'all tell me I'm gonna get my baby a mansion. Nigga, you ain't gotta get no mansion. Get a house next to the fucking park. That shit ain't rocket science. I'm a goddamn kid. What the fuck I want a mansion for? Nigga, get a house next to the fucking park. I wanna play. Shit. Cut my walk time out. I'm walking, take me 20 minutes to walk to the park. I could be playing. You want to make a kid happy? Get him a house next to a fucking park. The most popular kid at school. Nigga know everything go on at the park. He know all the gossip. He know what time the games pop off. If you don't know him, he don't give you that call when they playing. Man, we got a game going on over here. You ain't called me. You don't live close enough to the park. Nigga life fucked up because he don't live close enough to the park. Oh, man. This right here, walk and prophesy, invest, wait on God, bless me with in any direction, change the world if I ain't doing it now. That's a goddamn mansion next to the park there. I don't know if that's a house or a compound. That might be some kind of restaurant or something up front. But see what I mean by how nice this is? Boy, you come out here and run this. Woo, that humidity will melt your ass. Excuse me, I thought about that too. Most Americans are not in shape enough to live in a third world country. Yeah, most of your day is gonna be, you're gonna move so much, you're gonna cut half your days in half. Because when I think about the size of the people in the States and all that shit, it's a challenge to walk from here to the end of this motherfucker. Let alone have to do it in heat or uphill, round corners, all that type shit. We take for granted how that just keeps you in shape just daily. Like, if I get up and I don't do nothing in a day, what I call nothing would still be like I walk for a mile and a half, because I had to go do nothing. But I had to walk to go do nothing. And then I'd be like, any day I might feel guilty. Like pretty much after this, I eat whatever the fuck I want to eat. Shit. If this ain't walking that shit off, god damn. And then that's the other thing, that the weight that's on you are unresolved issues. When you take the walk, you out here, nature, these plants and shit get off pheromones and chemicals that open your mind up. They expand your DNA to be able to wrap your mind around certain situations that you couldn't before. Sometimes when you're in that house, you feel like you boxed in because you boxed in. You get out here, you get to feeling free. By you feeling free, you're able to change your perspective. So situations that used to lock you in and traumatize you, they don't seem as bad out here because it's all out in the open. You got room to work it out. Like him, he running. You get to pushing yourself. When you pushing and you running, you thinking about your problem. If it's somebody you mad at, you out here running, think about whooping their ass. They giving you the strength to run. Yeah, all of it comes down to mental. You mentally lose weight. It's not the physical exhaustion. The only thing the reason why the physical exhaustion makes it seem like that is because you pushing yourself. You pushing yourself, you making yourself stronger. You think physically, but it's really mentally. Because you mentally have to, every fat cell, now they say a fat cell, you have all these fat cells, and that fat is stored in them cells. Those cells are universes that you created with unresolved trauma you couldn't deal with. So there's a version of you living in that fat cell. That's a fat you. That's hungry, that you gotta feed all the time. That's the parasites they be talking about. The parasite is you. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Loving yourself so you can stop eating yourself, because you got a parasitic relationship with yourself. Yeah, we fuck over ourselves all the time. Look at this tree. I love seeing them like that. When they just laying down, we gonna go up here and look at some roots. Yeah, this is Parquet Oman. Woo! That was a little uphill. Look at this. Will you look at this? Will you look at this? It It'd be like somebody cut their arm off. Look at that. All that, you gotta think about, look at it, in the middle. Damn, you know how old that is? How long this tree been here? Look at all this that it pulled up with it, all that dirt, all that life in there. All those roots running through there. We don't look at it like, this part is out here. This part that's underground is like us underwater. Now you go underwater and you be like, water is not empty space and neither is dirt. See, look at this. You ever seen your vagular system? Your varicose veins and all that shit when it's pulled, all of that. You think look, these little veins, that's a part of that tree. That big ass tree, that little vein is in the dirt and it's sensitive enough to know when ants, earthworms, all this shit is crawling around it. Tree is, that's why it's a tree of life. Look at all this life it support under here. All these veins running through that dirt. It's sending an electric charge through all that dirt. And the dirt is sending a charge back up through the tree. That's why I say with them coconut waters, when you drink that coconut water, that little bit of dirt fell, I heard all that shit like it was rain. I was like, goddamn, the whole thing sounds like it's moving. That coconut water, that tree pulls that water up out the ground through all these little ass roots up to the top of that tree to that coconut. Man, you talk about a filtration system. That's the most filtered liquid on the goddamn planet. Some coconut water. That's why you could use it as plasma in a blood transfusion in an emergency. Wow. Look at that. I mean, it is, the roots are more prolific than the actual branches of the tree. They don't even, when they branch out, they don't even have those little sensitive ass hairs on them. Like the hairs on our skin. Whoo, shit. And all of that is blockchain. That's blockchain technology. Those roots, that tree, when it's up here like this, it is collecting information, sending that information down to the roots. The roots is sending the information from down the roots to the top of that tree. It's communicating. That's what we supposed to do. We take this information we gather in on this physical and we take it back to the spiritual. The spiritual send that shit back to us and make no goddamn sense. Yeah, because the spiritual is a whole nother world from our world, but it try to use shit from our world to explain to us what we need to do, and that's that miscommunication. We don't be understanding that shit. So that's why our dreams be looking crazy and shit. Because the spirit world, or your higher self don't know. Your higher self is not trapped in an ego. Your ego want all that shit. So it's like your ego trying to explain to your higher self what you want. But your ego a goddamn kid. It's like a motherfucking 1-year-old trying to explain to a grown-up what they want. You can't make no sense of it. So I know it, so you just kind of give them something that should make them happy. That's what the universe do with your ass. You be sitting there like, I didn't want this shit. Well, it's trying to figure out what you want, but it don't speak your language. Then you want so much shit that just like a kid wants some. Well, I thought you wanted this, and the minute I gave to him, he wanted some more shit. He wasn't even on that no more. That's us. The universe is God. That's that parent. Like, shit, I'm trying to steer this motherfucker in the right direction, but he don't know what's good for him. Ooh, wee. Like right now, I am soaking wet. Look at this shit. I gotta come up with another dress code, cause I be dressing like I'm still in Colombia. In Colombia, I could walk around like this all day, go home, take this shit off, and hang it back up. No shit. I hang that shit back up. because for one, it's hard in the motherfucker to find the dry cleaners in Columbia. For two, the weather was so nice. But here, man, I got a separate room for my shit. When I get home, I take this off, I put it in the other fucking room. Because if I put it in the bedroom, it's going to smell like a locker room. And then I'll be like, well, until I can find a dry cleaner, then, you know, some of this shit, I'll be like, I want it dry clean because I want it looking nice. I don't want to just throw it in the washer. End up just throwing all that shit in the wash. Like, man, fuck it. Because I'm fucking, especially here, I'm finna put a little shit back out and sweat it right back up again. Yeah, but somebody left their check out here. Let's see what somebody making. They out here like this some bullshit. What is this? Refers client to this. Oh, what the fuck this is? A $37 bill? I don't know. They littered with this shit though. So it cost us twice. See, that's like I just picked this up, this paper. Pretty soon, artificial intelligence be able to watch me do this whole walk, right? As a matter of fact, let me explain this real quick. Like I just picked this up in a socially engineered environment. I would get a merit, a credit, or something for picking this up and throwing it away. Whoever threw it there would lose, right? And in the future, I will be blessed. I could build them credits up and get something. Okay. You see all these trees out here? They do the same thing we looking for artificial intelligence to do. And you be thinking you by yourself, you think you doing a good deed, but nobody see it. No good deed goes undone. These trees see your shit. We have a social engineering system amongst nature already. We just don't have a relationship with it anymore to know it exists. So my life is blessed because I've always done the right thing, or I've always strived to do the right thing behind closed doors. So I got enough merits built up to stop working. Yeah, I haven't worked. Like literally, I haven't worked since COVID. When COVID first started, I was in Panama. I had my daughter here. We were living over in San Francisco Bay because it was spring break. It was spring break. It was my daughter's first time coming to Panama. I had my little Panamanian girlfriend. And we were kicking it and COVID hit. I was financially illiterate. I mean, I knew, the conspiracy shit. I knew the IRS was a bank. I knew American printed money, and I knew about fractional reserve banking. That was as much as I knew, though. So when COVID hit, I'd always regretted not buying stock when United merged with Continental, because I thought it was stupid. I never bought no stock, never been on that side of the fence before. But I worked at the company, and I saw them running that motherfucker into the ground, or so I thought. I was like, these niggas are finna put us out of business. I'd never seen a company, because, Continental, if you know anything about Continental, we were like top tier. Continental was, we were a good company as far as I could. As far as companies and all that corporate greed go, Continental was somebody I could rock with, because it came from that small town company mentality, and it kind of carried over into, anybody will tell you, Continental was it was like a cut above. That shit was like Texas hospitality when you flew on that motherfucker. But United came in there with that motherfucking fuck these customers attitude. And I was like, man, this stock ain't finna do nothing. I could have bought it for it was about $15, I think. Between $15 and $20. Didn't buy none of that shit. And about a year later or whatever, that shit was $60 to $80 or some shit. I was like, maybe I could have bought some. And then that other dude that told me about that stock lick with Ford. This dude had it's one dude. This dude worked so many motherfucking hours out at the airport. I swear, y'all not gonna believe me. I talked to this dude one time. He told me, I asked him how he gets so many hours. He said if he didn't get 100 hours in the first week, he didn't feel right. Yeah, this dude would consecutively work 200-hour checks. I know y'all be like, that's impossible. No, this nigga would do it. Continental had to make rules because of this dude. They had to make them punch out and punch in rules, all that type shit, because he literally would not come off the clock. I swear to God. Yeah, this Panama. That dude told me that shit, but he was in the stocks too. I could never understand how you work 24/7 and you do stocks. What are you doing all this shit for? This one of those little neighborhoods I was talking about that just open right up to the park. See what I mean? And I tell you, you got a gated community right there, kids playing, you got a little gate right there, they can just come. Oh man. But yeah, I couldn't understand why was he working? If you making money off stocks and you make all this goddamn money, where's the fucking finish line? Because you've been doing this shit longer than 5-6 years. And that's how much I used to work too. Let me tell you, when you really get to grinding, you know what work is. I used to be like, shit, I couldn't work as many hours as a married nigga being single. I couldn't put the work in because you get to doing them doubles back to back to back to back. You need a partner to do that shit. You need somebody gonna have your lunch ready, your shit washed, because you literally turning and burning, nigga. You going home, eat, sleep, shit, back to work. Eat, sleep, shit, back to work. Yeah. But anyway, that nigga had gave this dude a stock tip. He told him, if you got any extra money, put it in the Ford. Ford was one of the only car companies that didn't take the buyback, so they're gonna bounce back quick. Dude say he took $1,500, put it into it, made like 10 grand. Now I'm sitting there, like at the time we making $25, $26 an hour or whatever. Overtime. We might have been at 30 by then, I don't know. But so a $10,000 lick was nice, but that shit wasn't no life-changing shit to me. I was just like, damn. I could remember thinking his only regret had to be that he didn't put more in, I put enough for retirement in this motherfucker. Winning to me is life-changing. Winning ain't giving me a break where I can, get an extra vacation or some shit. So that's why when I got into crypto, when I was in Panama, COVID hit, shot home, went to work. First thing I did, I went to this old cat. Like, hey man, I know you do them stocks and shit. Show me how to get set up. I want to buy some airline stock because everything had crashed. Like, let me buy this shit while it's crashed. Showed me how to set up my Robinhood. I set up my Fidelity. Set that shit up. Started buying stock. I bought all company stock. I bought airline stock. And I bought some cruise ship stock. The shit everybody was buying. Same shit. Everything that had been affected by COVID, the industry fucked up. So, also at the time, I weighed probably about 230, 235. I was like, I was investing in stocks for the first time, and I was like, I'm finna get my weight down. I'm finna start working out every day. So I had a treadmill in my house. I put that motherfucker in front of the TV. Every morning I got up, I say, I'm gonna do 4 miles. Walking or running, I'm gonna do 4 miles. I don't give a fuck if I walk it or run it, as long as I get it in. Got my ass on that treadmill and I watch finance videos every day. I was watching Johnny Bravo. Y'all don't know who Johnny Bravo is. The white boy looked just like the Johnny Bravo cartoon character. But he was he's a high school teacher or something. I don't know if he taught finance, but he knows a lot of finance. And he's a regular guy. So he could talk to people like me and you about finance. I started watching this video every morning. Like I say, Steve Van Meter, crypto teacher. Now I wasn't even on crypto teacher. I wasn't on no crypto news yet. That was just Johnny Bravo. There was an Indian dude. He was a sing. He had got real popular. I know y'all know who I'm talking about. I can't remember his name. I don't know where he at now. I haven't seen him in a while, but he was talking finance. So I'm just waking up, and then I start watching this series on money. And then as I studied, I was like, wait a minute. This motherfucking financial market finna collapse. I saw the financial collapse. I was like, man, this shit is finna collapse. I gotta get my money out. I got my money out and I'm like, okay, well, when the finance market collapse, how do people make money? So I was like, well, they buy gold. They buy precious metals. Oh, wait a minute. All right, y'all still there. So they buy precious metals. So I started looking at buying precious metals. And that's Lynette Zhang. If you don't know who she is, she at the top of the, go to YouTube and you start studying precious metals. If you don't run into her, you're not studying the right shit. But Lynette Zhang knew her shit on the metals and all that shit. And I discovered you don't really own precious metals. You just buying them like stock. Like I thought I was gonna go get some gold, like put that shit in my hand. Nah. It was like investing in mine companies and these different schemes and all this bullshit. So when it came down to it, I was like, this is no protection. This is an illusion. This is another joke. And I sold all my stock and shit, right? I pulled my shit out. I still got the numbers because I still got the tablet from when I did it. When I pulled out, I had made about $12,000. I was up by $12,000 when I pulled out. If I hadn't pulled out, that shit the next week went on a tear. I mean, them markets was setting fucking records. It didn't make no fucking sense to me. If I hadn't pulled out, I'd have made probably $60,000 more than what I had. And I was sitting there like a goddamn fool, like shit. So I was like, well, I thought this motherfucker was gonna crash. And I discovered something that everybody discovered when they start studying finance. If you study the American finance system, the first thing, part of your education is gonna be, it is always about to crash. Because that's how fragile the dollar is. It don't take much to fuck the dollar up. And that's how, and that kind of makes you realize how much manipulation has to go into standing it up and how much of the market they actually control. That's when I had to learn all that shit. I don't give a fuck how much research you do on a company. It don't matter. The bots are controlling everything. It's not about money anymore. It's just about power and control. But I was like, okay, metals ain't it. So I was like, okay, cryptocurrency. People that's in the cryptocurrency are betting on the market collapsing and all this shit. So I looked at cryptocurrency. I looked at Bitcoin. That motherfucker was about $8,000. It was number one. Ethereum was about 700. It was number two. Now it was about 300. It was number two. And I looked at number three was 20 cent XRP. I said, ooh, there go my bitch right there. I said, there go my horse. 20 cent, number three. That's how I picked XRP. So I started, I was like, shit, let me start researching this. I started researching XRP. Started finding out everything about XRP. And if you don't know, when it comes to cryptocurrency, XRP people are the Jehovah's Witnesses of the crypto space. Meaning the crypto space is full of Ponzi schemes and all. Well, the dollar is a Ponzi scheme. All of this shit is a Ponzi scheme because it's involved with the dollar. Every country currency around the world is a Ponzi scheme because the dollar is a Ponzi scheme. Everybody country that agree to use the dollar is selling their people out. Anybody who agree not to use the dollar, America gonna come blow your motherfucking ass off the map. Which, that's how you know it's a slave system. They force people to use it. You don't use that by choice. Donald Trump just said countries are gonna go after the dollar. We can't let that happen. The fuck you mean you can't let that happen? Y'all know how arrogant that shit is? That's like somebody coming in your house telling you where you gonna work. Like, nigga, you gonna work for this company. And you like, nigga, I can work for anybody I fucking want to and don't have to work. No, you are going to. That's what that shit is. It's like, nigga, I'm gonna blow your ass off my motherfucking porch. You don't get off here with that shit. But that's what they do. That's why all governments have to be in cahoots in order for that shit to work. Motherfucker be talking about, when I first got into finance, discovering how much money America supposedly owned China, that shit is just fucking confusing. Be like, how can you owe China money? And you basically built China up. Remember when we were kids? China was a fucking flea market reference. Them niggas made belts and shoes. Cheap belts and shoes. They were a third world country. Well, what happened to China? Where did China get all this technology from? America. America gave China all that technology. Oh, wait a minute. Why in the fuck would America give China that and Africa over here suffering? These other countries could use this. When I first went to Colombia, I was like, these niggas building buildings ain't putting no Ethernet card in this bitch. What the fuck y'all doing? It wasn't in the plans. They don't move that fast. What the fuck you mean they don't move that fast? Can't you see other people around the planet doing better than you? Countries don't share technology. The fuck you mean countries don't share technology? You mean we have shit that could help other people and we don't? Yeah. I'm like, oh, well, shit, I guess we do that right in my own fucking neighborhood. So, all the sense that makes. So we actually keep people oppressed around the world in order to be able to benefit from them? Yeah. Oh, that's how the dollar really works. These other countries move slower than the dollar. So because the dollar moves faster, it can run circles around their currency. Yeah. Well, who does that benefit the most? Rich white men. Rich white men. That's who the fuck that benefit. You go to any third world country, a rich white man with a fucking hotel, looking like Shaggy, been over here fucking kids, doing what you want to do because of goddamn dollar. Pieces of shit. And most of the politicians in those countries shake hands with them niggas and fuck little girls and little boys with them because that's what they do. You think corruption just come to niggas just like fucking over us and it stopped there? The niggas could have press a button and had these people killing these people. You think they stopped there? You think the nigga that go home that know he murdered people that day just go home and lay down like regular fucking people? No. See that, like that house? The kids in that house need to thank their parents. Cause you right next to the bar. Look at the colors. Look at this tree. Y'all, I forgot to tell y'all that. This is just a regular park. I love these trees like this too. Let me see. They got the name stamped on it. Saw a lot of these in Colombia. We got a Caspen. A Lagostanomus speciosus. Anyway. While I'm walking around this park, you can't go hungry in this park. Literally. I ain't talking about the vendors. I'm talking about the food off the trees. You could eat the trees in this motherfucker. Look at this tree. Look at this tree. I see you, tree. I'm getting some merit points for that. See, I'm putting this tree on blast. You on TikTok, tree, pose. Let the world see you. Yeah, that's why I take the pictures of them flowers and shit. They be wanting to go viral too. They be like, give me a shot. They be like, hey, man, I got you. See, look at the fruit. See all this? That's just right there. You can slap that shit off of there. It's so abundant. Look at that. That's dragon fruit right there. Look at that. The last thing anybody on this planet should be doing is going hungry. That is the last thing. That is a reflection of us. I say of us, not of them, not of the governments, of us. People go to bed hungry. That's a reflection of us. And that's a reminder right there. I gotta go get my cat. Ash, get your ass over here. Okay, that's not Ash. He's not coming. I gotta find my cat. My cat is in Colombia. A funky ass human being. Didn't wanna. That's type of shit I be having to deal with. I tell you, when you check out the world and I'm not a part of that working world no more. If I was still part of the working world, I'd have had my cat here. Cause I'd probably pull that bitch across the counter or some shit. They'd be like, ooh, get this crazy nigga what he want. But because I don't deal with that shit, I don't be looking for it no more. I had to go in the airport on guard, ready to whoop somebody's ass. Cause you know it's unhuman. Yeah, like going in there like I know I'm finna have to deal with some zombies. Some non-thinking motherfuckers. I saw that here in Panama today. Like shit just be pissing me off. I'm on the bus. The cops are stopping cars just randomly in the street, checking people IDs. That shit make me so motherfucking mad. Bitch, if you don't find something else to do, then the whole people up in their everyday like it's more terrorists out here than anything. You gonna randomly catch a fucking terrorist? If you won't do your motherfucking job, go to your motherfucking political office and start randomly arresting them motherfuckers. You got a better chance of catching a fucking criminal than out here in this street. Bitch ass niggas. Wanna randomly shake people down. But the politicians, you don't shake them down. You don't check them. You don't look in their trunk. Come on, what the fuck world we live in? Look at this. Is that healthy or is that healthy? And look how beautiful it is out here. They done got the tile. They done made use of some motherfucking tiles. Everybody ought to do this. Look. We found something to do with it. Smell like rubber. That is creative as fuck though. Come on, y'all give it to them. They got a whole patio set made out of useless ass tiles. That is cool. Cause what is that? One of them countries, is that Africa, where they taking these tiles, chopping them up, and they make the playground mats for the kids? Y'all know what I'm talking about? This shit here, they make this out of those tiles. But this is cool. Matter of fact, you can set that on top of it. I like shit like that, because you making use of something, you recycling. We using the planet over again. And that's what we gotta start doing. We gotta stop all this motherfucking wasting. All this goddamn waste. Oh, nah, ain't nothing gonna change under no new president. The change is not gonna come from the president. The change is gonna come from us. That's the only way change can happen. It's not gonna come from the top down. It's gonna come from the bottom up. Meaning, like, I give you an example. My neighborhood back in Houston, Texas. Like I say, it's townhomes, and they own little area. The model we've been going off of, everybody get up in that motherfucker and leave there and go to work. First thing we got to do is home ownership. We got to run. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna take over that HOA. I ain't talking about no motherfucking vote. I'm talking about, nigga, I run this bitch now. I'm gonna go there and do some shit like that. I run this motherfucker now. And whatever we need to do to pass some laws, but no more, nobody can own two of these motherfuckers over here. Anybody that own this shit live in this motherfucker. It's a sacrifice we want to make for the community. Nobody in this motherfucker is gonna live off the back of another family. Every family in this bitch is gonna own their unit. That's the first thing we're gonna do, is declare ownership. The next thing we're gonna do is every fucking piece of work that gets done on this property gets done by somebody that lives here. If we pay the HOA to pay contractors, those contractors will fucking live here. Every dollar will turn back over in this motherfucker. So all the roofers, plumbers, God damn, I hate to see that. Somebody kill a cat. Ain't that a bitch? Maybe he choked on a bone. I don't know. Maybe I just put it on humans. When I see shit like that, I just put it on us. Like, what? Look at what we did. Damn. But yeah. We instantly right then, that's pride right there. Everybody own their own shit, and everybody in here is working for the next individual. We all work for each other. So yeah, the groundskeeper, the security, everything. And then if we own it, we taking in HOA, that's money. The HOA can buy HOA. I would go through that motherfucker, and every townhouse not being used, every motherfucker that's owned by somebody that don't live here, we take over their lease. Every weekend we go and we build another motherfucker right here on our property. We building it for a family until we got every unit up in this motherfucker up and going with a family in it. Family in every goddamn unit. All the money turn over right in there. You know what you could do shit like that? We'll pay one motherfucking cable bill. Everybody ain't finna have no cable bill, nigga. We finna hustle this cable bill. We gonna have Wi-Fi on the grounds. Paid for by the HOA. Yeah, everybody got Wi-Fi. You hit our shit, nigga. We got a swimming pool. We got Wi-Fi around this motherfucker. We got a store. We got a store front. We could build a strip center. And the businesses in the strip center are owned by the people in the community. It's all community owned. From the dry cleaners to the daycare to all that shit. Yeah. I be having to look like, how old is that nigga? The fuck going on up here? That's what be getting me by Latin countries. They be talking shit about niggas coming over here, but I be seeing a lot of times like, I be like, nigga, is that your daughter? Or y'all little more man, what the fuck going on? Holding hands and shit. Be like, damn, it's accepted. But let it be a gringo or an expat. Oh, get that motherfucker. Oh, he one of us. That's how fucked up we be. Yeah. Them niggas get all, like Colombia, they get all upset about the sex trade and all that. Y'all must have forgot Colombians was paying for pussy before anybody came to that motherfucker. Y'all doing it to each other. Look at that squirrel. That nigga there, he look like a Yukon squirrel. That nigga got two-tone color. Look at him. That nigga bleached. Who bleached you? Hey, look at that. He want me to give him something to eat. I ain't got nothing to eat, nigga. That nigga look like a two-tone squirrel. Motherfucker look like a paint job on a Yukon. Like you get Y'all saw that, didn't you? Motherfucker call him Stripe. Yeah, if he was Gremlin, that'd be Stripe right there. God damn. Oh yeah, let me watch. I don't know. I've been cussing like a sailor before I was a sailor. Yeah. In the 5th grade cussing. Like, man, control that dude's mouth. I think it's a problem. Oh, look at those flowers. Bam! Oh, Billy. Look at him getting that little workout in. Competition. Yeah, see, we tried to put our kids in sports and let that build life characters instead of putting our kids in life and let that build character. That's the biggest mistake we could have made. Make our kids compete against each other for a trophy instead of just doing life. Nigga, shit. Ain't nothing on that motherfucking sports field gonna get taught that life don't teach. That's why it's all a part of, we be more of a teammate on the field than in real life. Like, no, nigga, you this life, nigga, that's a game over there. This life, this for real, nigga. We play when we get over there. This for real, nigga. Tied out. Y'all see them dark clouds rolling in over there. They been overhead the whole time. I thought it was gonna pour down. I was just gonna walk around this motherfucker till it started and then run for an Uber. If I got to take an Uber home, I'd say, well, yeah, I'm going to take an Uber home. Well, let me see. Yeah, Uber. About to say I could, because when you go out the gate to the park, straight down is to the water. But I'm over here in the banking district. I'm on the other side. I'm by Democracy Plaza. You can catch out from right there. I can catch a bird. But that shit back to the house on that bird about $13. That Uber gonna be about $4. Yeah, I Uber a lot more here than I did in Medellin. Cause if I was in Medellin, anywhere in Medellin, I could walk home. Cause the weather's that nice. But here too. That's why this is what I couldn't understand. I don't think many people understand about Colombia. If you are overweight, and that's how I used to look at it. Like, I used to be overweight. That was like the #1 factor. That's like the brick in my life that's I need to overcome. And depending on how big you are, and this nobody, I don't give a fuck what you do. Nobody go get weight loss surgery. Do not do that shit. That shit is that's the most unhealthy thing you could do. That's like fixing a problem without knowing how to fix it. That's like hitting the lottery. That's what the weight loss surgery is. People that hit the lottery go broke because they don't know how to have money. So you had that weight loss surgery, you're going to lose weight without knowing how to lose weight. Losing weight is a process. It's a mental process of you becoming someone else. If you go get surgery, you're going to become someone else without having put the work or the knowledge of that new person in. And you know what the devil do? It'll shine on your ass for a minute. And make a fat girl look fine as hell. Have everybody chasing her. She going to be like, this is the best decision I could have made in my life. But all the devil's decisions are tied to that underlying motherfucking problem. It's going to come back up. That's like fixing your credit without fixing your credit. If you go out, if somebody come in and say, hey, I'm going to fix your credit, and they fix it for you, guess what? You're going to fuck it up again because you never learned how to fix it in the first place. So if you was fat and somebody came in and magically made you skinny overnight, you're going to get fat again. You know why you was fat in the first place? Because of your trauma. Any part of yourself that you don't like, that's a part of you, is what you have become along the way of the amassing of who you are in your totality today. In order to change that, something got to die. You got to kill that motherfucker. Don't cut it out. You kill it. You got to kill him. When I say them fat cells, okay, this is how it happened. When you were a kid, you were developing. You were growing. Meaning your body was creating cells. Not rejuvenating them, creating them for the purpose of staying because you got bigger. That's how you get bigger. You had to take on more cells. When they are healthy cells, they are healthy experiences. You're being raised by healthy parents. You know what healthy parents are? Parents that planned before you got here. That's what a healthy set of parents is. They had a child that they knew was coming before the child knew it was coming. But that's not the case in most of our situations. In most of our situations, our parents got here undeveloped and then created another undeveloped human being. But as humans, we are in the image of God. So as gods, we are creators. We create our own universe. So while we going along creating our universe, if we have a bad experience, we create a bad experience. But that bad experience can stick with us. If we don't, everybody has bad experience. Even with good parents, you have bad experience. But you learn how to deal with those experiences. Through learning those experiences, you eliminate them out of your trauma because you learned how to deal with it. You don't learn how to deal with it, it stays with you. If it stays with you, that is a part of you. It is you. It is literally you. There's a version of you that exists that's fucked up because of that trauma. And because it exists, it has to have a whole universe, all of this shit like this. So like I'm talking to you now, there's a fucked up version of you living inside of you that has all of this shit. And the motherfucker don't eat right. He eats fucked up. So whatever that shit is, that's attached to your trauma. That's what that nigga like. That's the parasite that's in you that's feeding you, that's the cell. When we look up this, you look up at the sky, the reason why it's like a dome is because the cell is round. What does a cell look like when you look at it in a microscope? It's round. What is the cell? It's mostly empty space. That's that shit out there. It's mostly empty space. It's describing that out there. What a cell is in a membrane, like water. That's that. Every cell is a universe that has a sun in it, right? So when we look up and we see those stars are coming from suns that are in other cells. Those are other universes out there. But those universes are other cells within us, within me. When I look up at this, if I can look down at me, I continuously be looking down at a different version of me. If I'm looking up at me, I'm continuously looking up at a different version of me. Because those stars are lights that's traveling from millions of miles away, because those are other cells that go to make up my body. My body got trillions of cells in it. Each one of those cells has a sun in it. Each one of those suns is refracting light. It's a fractal of light. That sun is a reflection of another sun. But all of those suns, all of those different cells are reflecting one sun. We call that sun Sirius. Sirius, the dog star. You got to get into that Delbert Blair, that truth about the sun. Science. That's what our people left. All ancient cultures explain this. We just didn't understand what they were talking about because the science they give us is flawed. That's why when Terrence come out, you know, Iron Man, the original Iron Horse. Yeah, when he come out talking, that's what he trying to explain to us. He like, look, the math they give us is fucked up because math is universal. Meaning they don't have to give it to us. We'll figure it out. You don't need nobody to figure this shit out. You walk around here looking at it long enough, you go, God damn. There's a pattern in all of this that matches all of this. That pattern is in us. It's embedded in us. It's embedded in everything. It's the Fibonacci. It's the goddamn golden ratio. It's in everything. Yeah. Might have to wait to hit the park another day. Because this park is beautiful. When the sun is out, oh man, it's a whole nother park. Panama is a whole nother park. It's two different Panamas. One when the sun is out, one when the sun is not. But yeah, that's us. That's why we pray to the Father. The Father is the greater Son. The better version of us, the future version of us. Do. Look at that, that's new. That wasn't here last time I came. They had a big ass butterfly up there, I think. I can't remember what it was. Time is almost 1 o'clock. Yeah, they give us the math with that 1 times 1 shit in order to throw our thinking off. That's like they throw our thinking off by a slight degree. Because this shit, when it comes down to mathematics, truth is precision. That's yeah, that's what truth is. It could be reflected in many different ways. That's why motherfuckers be lying to you and telling you the truth at the same time. You'll be like, oh, just adjust the angle a little bit, you'll see it. That's like, god damn. But yeah, we are living in a cell. And when you're overweight, that means you have too many fat cells. That means you have too many cells, that too many realities you trap yourself in that you can't get out of. And that's what mentally going crazy and all that shit is. The motherfuckers wake up, we starting to get that all-timers and all that shit. That's a sign of our body and our spirit breaking down. Our bodies are breaking down physically from the food we eat, and we're breaking down spiritually because we don't have a connection to the planet like we're supposed to have. The connection to the planet is what we used to, when we connected to the planet, that connects us better to each other. We're more aware of each other's feelings. We're not aware of each other's feelings through our perception now. We don't give a fuck about each other, so we don't know how we affect each other. So we walking around here pissing niggas off and don't even know it. Because you think if an ant is upset, the other ants don't know he upset. They feel it. They feel each other. It would throw their whole society off for one of them to be off and for the other ones not to feel it. That's what it means to be connected. That's the whole purpose. That's like you and your mate. If you were hurting and your mate didn't know it, would you feel connected to that motherfucker? Be like, shit, I'm walking around here, I'm feeling worse than I ever felt, and I haven't told them anything, and they don't know. How the fuck they don't know? You see what I mean? So, because you can see that there's something, and that's when we talk about connected. When I say connected, it's not some spiritual connection like, oh, you could hear what's going on in that nigga head. No. You're just more perceptive. You're more aware. You like, Or something wrong, be like, why am I acting like something wrong? Well, normally you do this and you do this because you're aware of your partner's actions. You know their routines. If somebody don't know that, they don't give a fuck about you. They ain't like, can you tell so-and-so acting funny? No, because they never gave a fuck about the way you act in the first place. They did not care. So when we are more caring, we are more aware of each other's feelings. You can't walk down the street and see somebody homeless and not feel for what has got him there. Not for the fact that he's homeless, but what got him there. What led you to be here, man? How much hurt, how much pain, how much bullshit did somebody lie to you? Did you lie to somebody? What happened to make you not care and no one else care about you? That's the world we gotta live in. Now you ain't gotta go run out there and go get no nigga out the street because he ain't got no home. We gotta know why he ain't got no home. What's wrong? What happened? What's wrong with our society that you ended up here? Because if you here, I could be here. And if I could be here, my kids could be here. Any one of us could be here because we're a reflection of each other. So we gotta pick your ass up and fix you. We gotta show some concern. And when we do that, you know what he gonna do? God damn! I was only out here because I didn't think nobody gave a fuck about me. So I didn't give a fuck about myself. That's all it is. It'd be like, no, there's people out here love you. I love you because I love myself. I see you in me. You're another human being. If I don't see you suffering, you know how much suffering gotta go on for us not to see it? How many of us gotta act like this shit ain't? We gotta normalize it. It has to be normalized in order for it to exist. This house for sale. Ooh, look at that. Anybody wanna go half on a baby in a house? Yeah, in order for it to exist in our world, we have to normalize it. If it's normalized, it's accepted. God damn, we accept people sleeping in the street. We accept rape, we accept wars, we accept all this shit. We go along with it every day. And you be like, I can't stop no war. No, you can't stop that war that's going on halfway around the planet. But you can stop that bullshit you doing right here every day. You can stop that shit. You think your little bullshit don't affect everything? Yeah, it affects everything. That little shit you get away with? Yeah. Yeah, as long as you getting away with that little shit, that war gotta go on. You want that war to stop? Stop that bullshit. That's what, and that's why people don't, you think by you not caring about somebody else's life don't affect your life. Shit, you just said you don't give a fuck about yourself. How you gonna affect change in your life when you don't give a fuck about yourself? When you don't care about what you opening your eyes up here to look at? No matter how much money you get, no matter how high you climb, you still got to exist here. Ain't nobody excluded from this. And this is us. Uh-oh, I'm just walking. I should have been called for an Uber. I should have set my ass under that thing back there and called for the Uber. My ass. Let me see how far I can walk before I just have to call for an Uber. And I called for the Uber because I could easily catch a taxi, but I don't speak Spanish. And I don't know, third world countries, you just, oh shit, hold on, I almost see it coming from down the street. Find us some cover. Damn! There we go. Go over here and wait on the Uber. Matter of fact, right on there. What is this? What kind of restaurant? Nope, not there. Uber. Yeah, I can go Uber back to the high. Look at that, $5.77. That's a lot. I'm kind of far though. Like I said, I am on the other end. Look at that, that corner house for sale. See that house like that is next to this building, that building, that building, that building, that building, all them buildings. That house right there, I turned that to a restaurant. Put flyers in all them goddamn buildings and deliver. You never have to leave this block. You can cook that shit and sell out every day. That house right there too. And that house. But I like it too, just to even be able to have a house to still have all these goddamn neighbors, the water right down the street. Shit. And live in that house forever. You see, I told you I saw that rain coming. It didn't pick up. It don't make no sense for me to be out here in this rain. And I got a doobie back at the house. I got a doobie. I'm finna go home. And that's why I say it be so hard. I'm gonna try to get out later. I'm gonna go home, charge the phone. I wanna go on the Amador in the evening again. It is so beautiful out there. Take some music out there or something and go talk some shit live. I'm waiting on an Uber right now. Shit. About 2 minutes. I'll go back to the house and smoke some weed. Get out this rain. Hola, tell everybody hi. Look at that. Colombia. Colombia is a lot cheaper than Panama. That's what I was actually saying earlier. He got that apron on over there too. Colombia, if you want to lose weight, you want to change your life, go to Colombia with the intent on walking like Jesus. You're going to need $1,500 a month, $1,500 to $2,000 a month. Because if you by yourself, you can go anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a month for your total living. That would be your total living. If you eat at the kitchens every day, your meals will never be more than $5 to $10, even at one of the finest restaurants. It'd be about $15. So you could eat like restaurant quality meals, and they healthy. They way healthier because it's not like no GMO and all that type shit you get from America. And within a year's time, you lose enough goddamn weight to change your life. I'm like, that's worth its weight in gold right there. Dark gray Nissan. All right, hold on. We're waiting on this Nissan to run across the street and get in this motherfucker. Yeah, you say the dollar losing value. Well, Panama used the dollar, so shit, it's losing value everywhere. That's why when I left and came here, that's why I didn't mind leaving Colombia, because it was getting cheaper. Is that him? Yeah.
Buena, Willy.
Hola, yeah, man.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo está?
Sí,
45.
0526, yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, close. All right.
Avenida Balboa.
See. Yeah, the dollar, and the dollar gonna be losing a lot more value by the end of the year. That's another reason why I left Panama. But I don't care how much value you lose. I mean, Colombia. Panama will still be more expensive. Shit. I'm paying the same for my rent here that I was in Colombia. Colombia had a much nicer place, much newer place, patio, all that. I came here, I lost, but the view is better and the water is better. But yeah, that was another reason to leave too, because when I go back when Jerome Powell started raising interest rates and the dollar gets stronger. Then I'm gonna go back and buy something. While I'm here, everything work out. By the end of the year, I'm gonna buy something here with all this crypto money I'm finna get. Yeah, I'll be a millionaire by the end of this year. I'm gonna buy me $1 million piece. I'm gonna go buy that $1 million townhome I like. That's what God told me. And the only reason I debate with that is because $1 million is a lot for me to spend on a home for myself. Because I be thinking I could get like a home for everybody. But I think this is something I've been working on long enough that God want me to have. And I'm going to have more than enough to get it and still be able to. I'll be able to match whatever I do for myself and do for other people. Yeah, every 4 years we go through that crypto bull run. When we go through that bull run, they print money. It's a black swan event to where some money got to get printed and they pump it into the system. A part of that money is that $95 billion they just sent to the Ukraine. See, that's more than $1 trillion right there, because everybody does fractional reserve banking just like America does. So for America to give the Ukraine, and America prints money, so they printed the money and gave it to Ukraine. That's $95 billion. Ukraine does fractional reserve banking, so that means they could put that in the bank account and do the same thing your neighborhood bank do. They could loan out $1 trillion. All that money is going to flow into the market. See, all of this is just a balancing act that they do as far as the American dollar is concerned. That's why they need other countries to be in cahoots with them. That's why they had to do away with Gaddafi. If they hadn't done that to Gaddafi, goddamn Libya would be one of the most strongest countries right now. Could be one of the only ones operating that's not playing they BRICS game. That whole BRICS shit, and the whole BRICS thing is just a game that the United States is playing with the other countries to get everybody moved over to the new system. The new system will be a blockchain system. We already own it. I will be a millionaire, and you will be using the technology that made me a millionaire, and you will still be the same slave you have always been and won't know the difference. You will pay the same bills to MasterCard and Visa you've always paid, and you won't know the difference. And then by the time the difference do affect you, it's gonna be in economic relief, because they're gonna have to give you money in order for you to be able to survive in this new system. They're gonna have to start giving people money, and people gonna be happy to sit at home, because people never realized the system was not about making you work. It was about wasting your time. They want your time. Your time is your mind, your perception. That's the tool that they after. Don't give a fuck whether you digging ditches or twiddling your thumb. As long as you are on their clock, you're not doing what you want to do with your life. You're doing what they want you to do with your life. And that's not living life. That's living life for them. That's not you doing what God put you here to do. God put you here to be you, not to be a worker for somebody else. I'm sorry, man. I'm just ranting. You speak English?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. You good, then. You are safe from the political satire. Yeah, but Jerome Powell gonna normally they'd have done it by now, but they talking like they're gonna ease back the interest rates, but they have not done it yet. Because I'm really waiting on a black swan event or something to happen, and then you're gonna see for the rest of the year the whole market is just gonna get crypto friendly. They're gonna start passing laws. They're gonna start just like 4 years ago. Do you remember? The Staples Center used to be called the Staples Center. It's no longer the Staples Center. It is crypto.com. What is crypto.com? That is an exchange. That's an exchange. That's selling unregistered securities according to the SEC. Well, why would you let them do the naming rights on that if why all of that is just manipulation? They'd be like, wait a minute, you're not doing your job then. Actually, you're doing the opposite of your job, because you are now engaging in manipulating the market. And they don't say nothing when Elon do it. Elon can do whatever the fuck he want to do, because they made him. He bought and sold for it. Go look at Elon's value before COVID and then after COVID. They gave him that money. They gave him he's doing what the government wants. He bought X. X is going, you got to look at what China is doing. China got WeChat. You got to look at how they operate their payment systems through their social media apps. That's why Elon bought X, X is gonna be like WeChat. It's just a tool for the development of the New World Order. They're not even worried about that. They're not worried about hedge funds and all that shit. Ain't worried about crypto, because it's all the same people. When it comes to that market manipulation, that's 80. They don't give a fuck about them, because really when you start getting into, not the private hedge funds, but a lot of them trusts and shit, the shit that's owned by us, the shit that the working man's pension, they gonna get that. I promise. They gonna take that shit out. At the same time, though, to be honest, that's all us indirectly. Like, we talk about them like they are an opposing force. That opposing force is our pension and hedge funds and all that shit. So it's like our future is killing our present. So we don't have a future. Because I know when I was at United, that 401k was Vanguard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm invested in the very corporation I'm talking shit about through my 401k. I don't even watch it no more. I treat it like I don't even have no 401k. Or like I never had it. I'm just out here. I make it off the money I got. I don't bet on nothing that's tied up with them. And really, that's why you got to watch The Big Short. Them private hedge funds and all that shit. Watch The Big Short in 2008 when that market crashed. Those were private hedge funds that they allowed to invest into unregistered securities. Those, what do they call them? What was the shit crashed the market in 2008? I want to say DPO or some kind. What was the motherfuckers they? What did they call them? Well, they took those mortgage-backed securities and they made them into a bond and put them on the market. CDOs. Yeah. And CDOs is what, watch The Big Short, because CDOs is what crashed the market in 2008. That they allowing to do again. They just renamed CDOs something else. And CDOs is more than mortgage-backed securities. They put everything under the motherfuckers. They put the college loans. They were putting any loans they could put in a group. They were throwing onto the stock market like that because it was a free fall. They let them get away with it. It was a planned orchestration. That's all. The stock market is just a plan. It'd be every crash is planned because they make money off all of it, including the manipulation they just did yesterday with the GME stock shit. How the fuck you hold trading? They control 85% of the market, and when the 15% get out of line, they regulate their ass. If that ain't motherfucking people need to be thrown in jail behind that. They don't go to jail because they make the rules. That's like going to the casino, losing all motherfucking day. You never lose on a glitch, do you? When you go to, you ever seen somebody lose on a glitch? Like, oh, wait a minute, you lost your money, but the machine glitched. But you go in that motherfucker and win, and they say the machine glitched? Oh, y'all finna have a bigger glitch than I'm finna glitch the motherfucker. I will blow this motherfucker up. You don't give me my money. Nigga, it never glitched when I lost. Somebody need to do that. Somebody need to file a lawsuit against Vegas for all those glitches. They say y'all not registering the glitches when we lose. You only registering a glitch when we win. And we don't win that often. So if a glitch can happen when we win, that means that bitch is happening all the time when we lose, and you are still taking our money. Yeah, see how we on this end? That's Democracy Plaza right there. We got to go to the other end, way over there. Not the island though, just to the Navy. And see, look at all that. A lot of them were, a lot of these condominium buildings had just got built like 3-4 years ago when I started coming. Cause they were empty. A lot of them were empty during COVID. Like that building there, I don't think there's a lot of people in there. Because 2 years ago, what I was doing, I was still kind of like recovering from COVID. It was cheap here. Like I said, I was looking at a 2-bedroom in Costco, in the back, on the water, for $1,200 a month. Partially furnished, $1,200 a month. And that was, but then I did look at some high dollar apartments over here too. You gotta look out for that shit. They be looking for gringos. It's almost like they be looking like, I don't know what the fuck they be looking for. I never met them kind of people. Like people that don't even ask, look at prices or whatever. They be looking at me like, I like it, I take it. They be like, oh, this a damn fool here. Oh yeah, this is $5,000 a month. That's when you get to paying. You pay according to your bank account and not for what you're getting. That's how stupid rich people are. And they feel better. Yeah, you can't get in that trap. When you start getting money, you find yourself in a restaurant eating food off somebody's face, $800 or some shit. They'll be like, wait a minute. Are we running out of shit to do? That's how I say, money is not the answer to everything, because you see the dumb shit rich people do. They ain't got no motherfucking sense. Still going off of this $5 prepay. Get out the car and forget it. And pull up. I'm running into the house. Shit. I forgot I wanted to get me some chips. You know what my delicacy is when I'm on the road? When I go in there, them Frito-Lays. You know, you can find them Doritos and shit everywhere on the planet. But I find that that dip, that cheese dip with the jalapeno in it already. Man, I wear that shit out. That's one of my rich privileges. Like as a kid, that was some rich shit. You had to go to a party to get some dip. You could not just like, no, that's the only time I ever saw dip. Like I love dip, but I had to like, I can't get this shit outside a party. Cause you know, that was like dip, devil eggs. Yeah, tuna fish and crackers, yeah. That's just like party food to me. Like, shit, who having a party? Yeah, that green spiral building is back that way. Used to use it as a landmark when you'd be walking around, be like, yeah, because it's over by that Carmen stop, by the banking district where everybody hang out at night. Used to use that building to get home, back to my hotel. That building has been empty since I've been coming in. I was like, I'll take that and turn it into something. But see what I mean though, even when I get in the car like this, it's like you see that right there? You see that number and it say WhatsApp? That's what America needs. Like outside America, everybody use WhatsApp because you don't have to have phone service to use WhatsApp. You don't have to pay a monthly bill. You just need an internet connection and you connected to WhatsApp. So everybody use it. America, because nobody uses it, you have to pay a phone bill. That's what make you have to pay a phone bill in America. Be like, nah, I really just need data. I don't even need the number. Especially now. I don't have no goddamn friends. I ain't gave a phone number out or no way to contact me in forever. Nigga, if you can't find me on social media, this relationship ain't gonna make it. In the ghetto. You see how this is the ghetto still, but you see the new building. See that building there is new. They're gonna slowly start pushing. There's a lot of people to push out of here though. Look at these houses. They got houses on top of houses. That's where I got my weed from, right down there. Can't go in there at night though. That's it too, right? I went, let me show you. That's where I turned the camera off. And then I had to go in there. I was right in there to get that weed at night. Shit. I'd be nervous walking through there in the daytime. And I'll walk anywhere in Colombia. I'll walk anywhere in Colombia. But you got to understand poverty. Yeah, it is different types of poverty. The worst part of Colombia is where the drug addicts are. So it's homeless and drug addicts. That's mostly what it is. But right there, it's like everybody piled on everybody right there. So anybody that they don't recognize that come through there. I could go through there by myself, but I just couldn't say nothing. I had to shut the fuck up. The minute they see, you know, that's why a white boy couldn't. That's why it be so dangerous for white boy expats. But we different though. They be like, gentrification. No, nigga, I'm an immigrant like you. Same thing walking down the street. Most of the time I walk down the street, they ain't... To be honest, I don't know. Every time them niggas ask me directions, I gotta tell them low key, like, nah, nigga, I'm American in this motherfucker. They don't know till I open my mouth. That is a privilege. I feel like Snoop Dogg. I can go anywhere. It'll be like, that's just a nigga. Until I get around, the only time, yeah. As long as I'm in third world countries, I can go anywhere. The minute I'm somewhere, it look like it's money, that's when they question me. What this nigga doing here? And then, because times have changed so much, all I gotta do is hold my head up. And then it's like, oh, that nigga could be somebody. But until then, you just a nigga. Until they find out who you are. And then they be like, well, do you got any money? Nah, it's just, oh, you're a broke nigga. Even worse. And that's everybody. That's like white people, them niggas too. Them niggas looking at them like, oh, he's just a broke nigga. I go a little mini mall right outside the neighborhood. It's like a suit. It's like nothing but souvenirs, but don't no tourists go by there. I mean, like it's a souvenir shop for Panamanians. This is my neighborhood here. To the his eyes, James. Oh, I didn't see that. They're not stealing electricity and cable. They're taking back what's theirs. They can't steal from themselves. You can't steal it from the company that took it from you. We gotta change our attitude. It's not stealing if we gotta pay for it and somebody else get it free. That's not stealing. I mean, we are being robbed. Yeah, right there. See. Nah, let's go. You good? Yeah. Right here. You good? Yeah. Amigo. Gracias. Ciao. All right, man.
Ciao.
Oh. All right. You waiting on me? You was waiting on me? Hey there. I'm gonna tell y'all. That nigga told me the gate code. He say it's 4-6 times. I say, you mean 6-4? Nigga, the gate code is 6-4. No, I thought. Changed over a couple of times. Even if you is, and even if you ain't. I'm finna grab my shit. Take me a smoke. I still got 9 people connected. Are y'all still there? I'll show y'all how I cap. Bam! We got a swimming pool that I never use. I ain't been swimming in 20 years. I will sit by the pool. All right, y'all. I don't know if y'all still connected or not. I appreciate y'all hanging with me all the way to the highs. I'm about to go out here, sneak me a little smoke, and relax. Peace out.